1, 2.
Oh hey! TJ03 checking in for a beginner's ab routine. Zach, what are we doing today?
Once again, do some crunches, move to oblique twists, reverse crunches, in and outs. I personally call them, or think of butterflies because we're swimming. Then we're gonna do leg ups, and then followed by sit-ups.
Count it down, wait.
All right, and we're not gonna like do one set, wait, and then do another set. We're just gonna go through the entire cycle and then do the cycle again.
We are doing 2 cycles. 2. And we're starting it right now. Bang! Count it down, Zach.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Go up the air on the top and squeeze. Nice, slow and controlled. Good. Come on, Zach. Alright, 15-second break. Feel good?
Feel good. Feels like some gains. If you're wondering what I'm doing down here on my phone, we're just using this as a stopwatch just to monitor that we're only taking like 15 or 20-second breaks so we're not doing.
Stay on track, and we're starting about right now. Let's work out.
Next we're going to oblique twists.
Yeah,
Actually scoot over just a tad.
Yeah, stagger a little bit. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Alright.
So for those of you that don't exactly know what an oblique twist is, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of balance on your butt, keep your feet up off the ground, but don't also be laying all the way back.
You're gonna come back to the point where your abs are you're using your abs with your body up and resting just before your tailbone.
Exactly.
Alright, count down.
Alright. Well, we need to finish telling them what they're doing.
They're going to get an oblique twist.
Okay, so it's an oblique twist.
Yeah, you twist your obliques.
And basically you're just going to touch the floor, touch the floor, touch the floor, touch the floor.
Maybe you can do it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's get it.
Go.
Yeah. Nice slow control, Zach.
Feel like me, not quite at this pace yet. Don't be afraid to take a couple seconds, and then I'm just gonna jump back into it.
Make sure you're breathing. Stop breathing.
That's how you're doing something wrong.
Alright, now we're gonna take another 15 seconds.
When you're doing the motion, you gotta make sure you're doing it nice, slow, and controlled. Make sure you're squeezing the muscle. The obliques are right here. For those of you who didn't know, that's where you want to contract the most.
Yeah, you saw that I was starting to pick up the pace a little bit. I wasn't realizing it, but then Mac got me back on track. So,
Absolutely. You keep in mind as well that when you're in the position, the farther out you extend, you reach, the more strain you're going to put on that muscle, the more you're going to work it. For beginners, you're not going to want to start out going as far as I was if you look in the video. You're going to want to here close to the hips. And that way, you'll maintain your balance. You won't get quite that shaky feeling if your abs aren't quite strong as always.
and eventually you'll be able to get better form.
Build the strength, make gains, big things. All right, 5 seconds to go.
Reverse crunches. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What was that?
It's a race you have to create. But you have to step away from it.
Feel the strain on your lower abs. Yeah. Nice, slow and control. Come on.
Here we are. So while you're doing that one, if you can in the beginning, I know I do still, before you bring your legs up to do the crunch, by all means feel free to touch your feet on the ground. Don't completely rest them there. Your goal is to not have your feet touch the ground at all, but obviously everyone's got to start somewhere. So if you have to, feel free to just kind of maybe barely balance your feet there and then bring them back up for the crunch.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, 5 seconds. What's next?
All right, we're gonna do some in and outs.
For those of you who don't know what in and out is, you pretty much, you call them butterflies.
Butterflies, just because if you're swam and done the butterfly stroke, you use your feet like this in the butterfly stroke, and your arms are like this.
But anyway, it's pretty simple. Start off like this. Pull out, contract, come back in. Pull out, contract, come back in. Pretty simple.
And the same thing about having your feet touch the ground. Once again, the idea is to not have your feet touch the ground, but if you're not quite there yet, and honestly I'm not either, by all means, have your feet touch when you're out, but then bring them back up for when you come back in.
Remember, only if you absolutely have to, otherwise don't hurt yourself. Let me get your foot into it.
Exactly.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
What was that? Take 5 seconds break, get back right into it. Oh, there we are.
And no, I couldn't do those 2 weeks ago, so you will get there. You will absolutely get there.
Slowly but surely, as long as
I
you're
can
pushing yourself
push-ups
every day. Gotta push yourself.
I couldn't even do one of those 2 weeks ago.
You could not. You're doing push-ups and shit now.
Alright, we got 5 seconds. What's next?
Leg-ups. You want to explain them a little bit?
Leg up, another simple ab exercise. Start in a crunch position, hands down on the ground, bring your knees close to your chest, and then raise up. Back down, raise up.
And like Zach likes to inform you, it's definitely fine if you're coming up. Make sure you get that arc, but when you come down, you can't hold your legs out. It's fine to touch the ground for half a second.
I can't. This is one that I just haven't gotten yet to be able to hold the strength up. But I just try for as hard as I can, and then if I have to, I'll keep touching the ground.
Just try not to rest on the ground, more like pushing, because if you're resting, it's just pretty much taken away from the movement.
Just basically use it for balance. I kind of cross my feet just because it's habit. So what I do is I barely let the ball of the back of my foot just kind of touch it just for some balance.
Let's get this.
Ready?
Get this going. Yep. Count it down.
3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, Zach.
Make sure you guys are keeping your head up. Let's keep that tummy tight, stomach tight. And don't slam your back on the ground, roll down.
Oh shit. Whew.
That one always gets you.
Yeah.
That one gets you. That's one of my favorite. I love it now. I love it so much. All right, what we got?
There goes the sweat. Yep. So we'll go at 30.
30. Yeah. What are we running?
Then this we're gonna wrap up with some scissors.
Yes, sir. Alrighty.
This is pretty self-explanatory. Scissors, you know. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Just like a pair of scissors.
Leg up, leg down. And if you ever did the exercise 6 inches, that's where you want to be for like your legs going down. Right about here, this one, try to get as straight as possible. If you have to bend a little bit, it's fine. As long as you're getting motion right. Switch, 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 and then you're good.
And then once again, as Taven and I were saying before about your feet, you're gonna do absolutely everything you can to make sure your feet don't hit the ground. But if you do need to, just for a little bit of balance or need stability, don't rest your feet down. Just use the ground as basically like a third leg. Ready, 3?
Let's get into it, baby. Let's do it.
What are we doing here? 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you're squeezing those abs. You really want to fire those abs. What?
If you can't do scissors, try to get some flutters out.
This is a very basic form of doing this. There's a lot of different variations. As the weeks go by, we'll show you some more advanced forms. But for now, stick with this, or like Matt said, flutter kicks are good. Alter. Alter form.
Alright then, we did our first cycle, now you go and do the second cycle. Do everything we just did, just repeat it. Push yourself, make the gains.
Have a good time. Nice to urinate.
Did you urinate?
Yeah. You wanna know why I have to urinate? Except for drinking lots of water.
Water. Drink
Stay
water.
hydrated.
Stay hydrated. But yeah, ab day's pretty simple, guys.
That's our ab day.